Tail alterations, another very interesting area, another little area of sort of closet badness in the horse world. And I think many of us are familiar with the tail docking in draft horses. Tail docking for cosmetic purposes in draft horses, as of the release of this code, is no longer allowed. The nicking of saddlebred tails, putting them into these tail braces to make their tails stick straight up, also no longer allowed. Those are the real public ones, and those are the ones it's easy to get people on board. The much more insidious one is the tail blocking. And the tail blocking is unfortunately a procedure that is done typically by the hunter crowd and by certain segments of the quarter horse crowd. And this is the injection of alcohol into the nerves at the root of the tail to essentially paralyze the horse's tail. It is, if you ask me, it is a mutilation. Those horses can be deprived of the use of their tail for the rest of their life. Horse uses its tail to lift it, to get out of the way of manure. It uses it to express emotion, and it, probably most importantly to that horse, it uses it to swish flies. From time to time, like any medical, in quotation marks, procedures, these procedures can go wrong. And this was a very high value quarter horse that had an unfortunate reaction to the alcohol, and it's a little bit difficult to see in here because of the light, but you can see the braided tail, a beautifully braided tail, probably with a tail extension, and you can see that horse is essentially sloughing all of its skin and its meat from its hindquarter. And people that don't travel in these circles might ask, why would anyone do this to a horse? The reason people do this is they do this to win competitively, and it's to give the horse the impression, or to give the judge the impression, of absolutely robotic compliance on the part of a horse. So it's apparently at some point in horse show history, it was decided that a horse flicking its tail after landing a big fence in a hunter round was incorrect or unattractive in some way. And it's really sad that it's come to that. I can say that in the hunter world, there is some move away from this robotic compliance. I think we're still working on that in the quarter horse crowd.